Yo, what is up, my dudes? I'm back with another video. This time, since this was my last day off before I gotta go back to work, I decided to finally finish Redo of Healers. Now, it has been 5 years since I first watched Redo of Healers. And there are 2 reasons why I didn't refinish it. The first reason, the weaker reason, is because it was eventually got off of YouTube, basically where I watched it first. And the big reason, I don't know why I thought this, it was, the big reason is because the story just kept getting weaker and weaker. And as someone who really enjoys anime for the story, and some other elements like the characters, music, and specific scenes, it started to fall flat to where I lost interest, similar to the anime Freezing, which is another one that I still haven't finished because of that reason. But since it was my last day off, I was like, well, this anime app that I still have called Lanadoob, which I can't really recommend it to you guys because it was switched to a store type app to where you can buy like different products. So I am not recommending this app solely because of that reason. I don't want you guys to be in the comments saying, oh, you're baiting us into an app that's not even about anime. No, I would recommend it, except it's not really the same app-ish anymore. Luckily for me, I wasn't dumb enough to update the app so I can still watch as much anime as I want. Because your boy already has those other types of clothing type apps, so it's like, well, I need an anime app. This will have to do. So I don't recommend the app because it's switched to a completely different app. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, I just finished Redo of Healers after 5 years, and yeah, it was pretty good. But I do still agree with my old self. Some of the other scenes were, specifically with Flare in the original second episode, was still a lot better than with some of the other scenes. Similar to her sister, who was the final antagonist. Hers was still good, it just didn't live up to my expectations. And similar to the one guy who got turned into a girl who was named Leonardo, they didn't really go into his scene hardly at all. Which, considering what he did to some of the other people in the show, I was kind of hoping that they would delve into a scene similar to what they did with Flare. And I will not get into the contents of the scene because it is just mature and all that, and it's just something that I would not be able to talk about on YouTube. So don't go thinking, oh, you're just being lazy, you just don't want to talk about it. No, it is because it's the type of topic that you're not really allowed to talk about. Otherwise, I would talk about it. I would tell you guys what it was and all that. It's just not really allowed on YouTube, for those reasons. But But yeah, it was still a good scene. It just fell flat because I wanted them to go into the details like they did with Flair, with the other chick. I think her name was Blade, and the other one who was Flair's sister. I can't really remember her name at the moment, so I won't say her name. I just know that it was Flair's sister. Those ones were still really good. It was mainly Leonardo's quote-unquote scene that just fell flat. They didn't really show any of it, which, I don't know, it just fell flat for me. Mainly because I do enjoy those types of scenes. I won't get into the details because, you know, I'll have to, because I'm not really allowed to go into them. But yeah, it was sad to see the series end, similar to my favorite anime of all time, Date Alive. But, it happens, you know, but it's been 5 years, and, it was pretty good. It just, I don't know, it just wasn't as story heavy as the older episodes. The first few episodes were extremely story heavy, and I kind of expected them to go and to keep those it heavily into the story, similar to those other quote-unquote scenes. And it didn't, which is another reason why I just was like, well, I'll just stop watching it for now, and I'll, you know. But eventually, I just got done watching it, and I do still hold the opinion that the story doesn't get, it doesn't hold the candle to those first few episodes, as well as those quote-unquote scenes. Specifically, Leonardo's scene in particular, especially his scene really got done dirty the most, which, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and, yeah, but yeah, my Christmas vacation is coming to an end, and I thought that I would upload one more video, and talk to you guys about the anime that I just finished, Redo of Healers. It was still good, it just wasn't the hype and stuff in the story, and those other scenes didn't really live up to the first few episodes, which is the only downside. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out, guys.